Welcome to this new episode of the .NET Framework for Beginner. In this video, we are going to explore variables in C Sharp or in .NET. A variable in programming is a named storage location in memory used to hold a value that can be changed or used during program execution. In .NET C Sharp, a variable is a storage location defined by a name and a type and use it to hold data in memory. Variables in C Sharp must be declared first with a specific data type, like string or integer or boolean. The type determines the kind of data that they can store, or the variable can store. So in our case here, we have four different variables. Three of them are of type strings. So because we have some like strings here, so hello world is a string, computer is a string, some products is or some description here is a string, and then we have a variable of type integer. So you can always say var message is equal to a string, or you can say string message is equal to a string. So we are going to work on using types or just using the generic type, which is var. So when you say var message is equal to something, that something will automatically determine the type of your variable explicitly. So you can always implicitly say string message is equal to hello world, or like leave it as var message is equal to a hello world. So C Sharp will understand that your variable type is of string. Same thing here. We can always say int product price is equal to 899, where int is a type. But in our case, we used var and we put an integer within that variable. So C Sharp will understand that our type is actually an integer. So it's very simple. As you can see here, we have declared four different variables and we have used them based on the requirement of the program. So here we have a message. That message will be displayed on the screen. Same thing here, we have a product description, product name, and price. And these three variables will be used to display the product within the screen. Hope you enjoyed the introduction about variables in C Sharp. Now we are going to use variables in our project. So first we need to create a new project, .NET new console name. Then we're going to name our project episode 2 variables. And we're going to open that project, cd 2 variables. Then we're going to open the project. So code dot replace. So again, our program.cs will contain only hello world. We're going to remove that. And we're going to start with our first variable. So to declare a variable, you use var variable name equal to something. So we will start. This is a command to describe what I'm doing. So declaration, variable declaration. Before you start using a variable, you need to declare that variable and tell the compiler or tell the language that this variable will host a value. So you start with the keyword called var, then you name your variable. In our case, it will be message. Then you put your message here. So I will say hello world. So that's it. The variable is declared. Now we're going to use that variable to display that message inside that message variable if you want, or that variable. To use the variable, we're going to say variable usage. So as you can see, whenever we use slash slash, meaning that we are commanding on something, so the compiler will ignore these commands. These are just for us to understand what we are doing. So we always can command what we have done for later on consultation. So now I will use the variable, and to use the variable, just refer to it. So console, write line, message. So now when we run the program, you will see that hello world will appear on the screen. So let's try. I go here and then run debugger, then use C sharp, then select the project. So it will run and show you this message. That's what we want. We can always customize the message, say hello friends this time, or hello variables. If you would, then save, run again. Our message will say hello variables instead. So that's it. Now we are going to see how variable can be affected at any time during programming while programming the code. So here I show the message, then I'm going to affect another variable or initialize the message with a different variable. So change message variable content. To change a variable content, you just say message is equal to the new value. So I'll just say new hello variables. So this is our new value. Then we can print it back same way to see that the content has changed. Let's try to run the program and see the two messages or the two console logs results. As you can see, the first one was the initial value. Then we decide to change the content of the variable with a new value, and it says new hello variables. As you can see, the new hello variables is already there. So in other words, the location in memory of the message has changed over time. So the first initial value was hello variables. Then later, after executing this instruction, we had another instruction to tell the computer that our message will be changed to a new value. And then we wrote it down so that we see that our new value is actually this message or this new hello variables message. So that's it about variables. We're now going to introduce more variables to our program so that we see or experiment. So we're going to create product variables. Once again, we're going to create three variables in this case. So we can say var product name computer, then var description, computer description, let's say, and then we are having another var for the price. So product price is equal to, let's say, $899. Now we're going to console log the different things. So we console log the product, we console log the description, then we console write the or print, let's say, the price this time. Let's run our program again. We will see that hello world and the new message. Then we have computer, computer description, then the price. So as you can see here, I can always add variables as much as I want, or I can add as much as I want variables, and I can use them however I want. So now we are simply printing them back to the screen, but in later videos, we're going to explore how variables can help us structure our code or our program. And as you can see, we can always introduce some description about what we are showing. So here we can say product name and concatenate product name, which is a human text, plus the product name. Same thing for the product description. We can say product description. So this message will appear to the user, and we concatenate the dynamic, let's say, variable, which contains the product description. Again, for the price, we do the same thing. So we say plus, then we put our text or our message. So product price. So now when we run this, we will see that the text will be changed and it will display different things. So product name is computer, and we have another line that describes product, another line product price is something. So that's it about variables. In the next video, we're going to discuss types or variable types. So in C#, we have many types. So the popular one are string, integer, double, which represent double precision, boolean, and other types like tuple, lists, and so on, or custom types. So we're going to explore them one by one next videos. So again, we can always describe the type of our, let's say, variable, or let C# or the language decide for us. So when we say var message is equal to hello variables, It's as if saying this is of type string. So it gives the same results because C# will determine the type when we initialize the first value. So if I say var, and then if I want to know the type of this, let's say, message, you can always use the method that is called getType. And then see the type of that message, even though we didn't say string concretely or implicitly. So it will show that this type is of type message. So let's try. So type of message, let's concatenate a nice message. Type of message variable is plus get type. Let's try. So as you can see, it's called system string or system.string. So we can always say name to just show the name instead. So the type is of string. Same thing here. If I'd like to show the type of this variable, even though we didn't say integer, it will be described as integer. So get type, then name. Let's see now. When we run, we see the last message will say that the price type is int32 for 32 bits. We can always say int here, and the result remains the same. You can say string here, the result will remain the same. So the language or the compiler will decide at the runtime what is the type of your variable, and it will initialize it as you wish. So as you can see here, type string, and then we have type int. So as if we are saying the type, but in our case, we didn't say implicitly decide on the type. So we said var immediately, and then we decided on the type when we initialize the value of string, and then we another value for the integer. So that's it for variables. In the next video, we're going to explore types in C# and see what are the different types that we can use in our program. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you find this tutorial helpful, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment if you have a question. Thank you.